What's up, everybody? Look, it's time for another Average Mindset Monday. And listen, today I'm just talking to you about a big question that a lot of people have. Are leaders born or are they raised? And I wanted to bring this topic to you today because there are so many people who just relegate themselves to, I don't necessarily show the right traits right now. I don't necessarily have the leadership traits right now. And so therefore I shouldn't be a leader. And that couldn't be further than the truth. And so today I just wanted to go through a few things with you just to get you to have an idea of what it really takes to become a leader, right? And so first and foremost is that when you become a leader, to be honest with you, you have to understand that leading can't be done alone. And so a lot of y'all say, what do you mean by that, Corey? Like the leader, there's only one leader, or maybe there's a group of leaders, but I have my one that's coming to me, or I report to, or something like that, or even in your household, right? Like I got a mom, I got a dad, I got, a parent to look to or whatever. And that's the leader that I go to. What do you mean you can't lead alone? And it's because that you have to have people who pour into you to help you become a better leader. So I didn't get to this position today that I'm in to be able to speak to you about this, to be able to do work with big companies, to be able to help people become better leaders. I don't get to other people pour into me and show me these are different styles that you can use. This is how you can approach different situations. And so that's what I mean by no one can lead alone. This is part of being a leader, right? We look at these leaders and we think that they're big, strong, powerful position, and you don't ask people who've been doing it already. And I'm not saying everybody's correct. I'm not saying that every single person that I've ever talked to, I've said, you're doing it the right way. I've talked to a ton of people who I'm like, you're on the wrong track. Let's just be real. You're on the wrong track. And I'm not going to lead that way. I don't agree with your leadership style. I don't agree with how you get your results. And we'll just leave it at that, right? But you have to ask for help from people to understand how you can incorporate that into yourself, right? So within asking for help, you have to be able to lean on somebody. So man, you have to be able to find a group of people, a person, whoever it is. A lot of times it's a mentor. I would challenge y'all to get a mentor, to get a few mentors, to try different people out, and to get with people who don't necessarily think like you or have the same skill set as you. And the reason I say that is because you can really get into a mentorship where if the person's on the same level as you, if the person thinks just like you, if the person looks at things just like you, you're not really going to grow because you're not getting that from someone. You're not getting pushed by someone. You're not able to lean on a person and say, how do I go through the situation? Because it becomes a game of, you're right. You are right. Actually, you are right. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. And you're not really getting any new insight or perspective. That's what leadership's for. And then the next part that you want to come through, right? You're asking for help from your peers. You're asking for help for people who's doing this. You want to lean on someone. You want to find that mentor. You want to find a group of people to where they can pour back into you. Because I'm not gonna lie, leadership is tough. And I'm gonna just be honest. There was a picture that I saw, or it's a video where they put the coins down, and it's like these little wooden toys, and they put the coin down on the worker, and nothing happened, or I believe it like started rolling. And then they went to supervisor and they put two coins down, and the supervisor starts rolling on the little toy, and they put to the manager, they put 3 or 4 coins down, and the manager starts rolling on the machine. And then it gets to director, and they put like 4 or 5 coins down, and then the director finally starts rolling. And y'all get the picture, right? So it goes all the way up to general manager, and they keep putting coins down on the general manager before the thing finally starts to move. And I want people to start to realize this is because when you have to lean on someone is because the reason that you get paid more when you're in a leadership position is because you're responsible for so much more. See, as an employee, you're responsible for just doing your work and leaving. As any member of management, any type of leadership position, you are responsible for multiple people. You're responsible for multiple aspects of different things. So you don't have to really look at work or family or business, you don't have to look at it in the same light as someone else that's in a leadership position. And so, like, here's the third part I want you to get out of this, right? You have to be resourceful. And so, like, in being resourceful, it means that you don't have all the answers. And I want you to ask yourself the question, have you ever gone without being able to pay a bill? A bill comes up, you're like, oh my God, how do I figure it out? You find out a way how to pay that bill, how to make it work. But in leadership, it's the same thing, right? You have to be able to be resourceful. You have to be able to figure it out. You can't just relegate, hey, I don't know. It just is what it is. The ship will sink. We're done. No, you have to be able to find out, how do I solve the issue? How do I disseminate the info to somebody? How do I take whatever change is happening and facilitate that to my team? That way they understand it. How do I take a change that a company is making and a change in your household, if this applies to you, and how do I push that down to everybody who's supposed to listen to me right now? You have to be resourceful. And this, to be honest with you, this is the number one thing that I see people fail with in leadership, is because they're not resourceful. They just relegate themselves. They just like diminish themselves in the fact that I can't go find an answer. I can't figure it out, because a leader never knows everything. And if you think you're a leader and you know everything, you're lying to yourself. Let's be honest. So look, I want to wrap this up for y'all, right? And just for you to understand that leadership is a team sport. It takes multiple people to get you to where you are. And I'm not just talking about the team that are your subordinates, that are your employees, your associates, whatever they may be to you. I'm not talking about just those people. It takes a team to keep uplifting you, to champion you, to further in your career, to teach you different things that you may not have known before, to provide perspective for you. And again, I just want y'all to realize that if you don't take anything away from this video, to be honest with you, is to, as you grow into being a leader, because again, they're not born. As you grow into being a leader, just be okay admitting when you don't know. Be okay with that, because at the end of the day, someone is leaning on you for an answer. Someone is leaning on you to better their career. But at the same time, you are more resourceful than your normal person to go and find that answer for them, to go and find a direction for them, to go and find. That's why you lean on leaders, because they will go and find the answer if you don't know it. They will help guide you if you don't know it. They have seen some things that you don't know. So look, y'all, that's been your Average Mindset Monday. I hope y'all have a great week.